Mr. Ashish, do you know about Ashish Vidyarthi? Do you have any idea about him?
I have not heard about him, sir.
You are not sure about him. What is the philosophical significance of your name?
Sir, it means blessings in Sanskrit. It means, so the word Ashish means blessings.
Okay. So, how this name has made any significant impact in your life?
And it's a quite common name, so people don't have to struggle a lot to get to know my name because it comes in the national anthem. So everyone is familiar with my name. So in that regard, there is a ease with I can converse. People get to me know better.
So you are a graduate in BTech Industrial and Production Engineering.
Yes, sir.
From IIT Delhi. So can you tell me how this robotics can be used in the industrial and production engineering?
Robotics in production industrial engineering.
Yes.
Sir, robotics is a part of production engineering and part of a production engineering course. We had a course on robotics known as the mechatronics. So robotics helps in automation and the streamlining the process, especially the line manufacturing, where we make product that are uh, of repeated in nature, sir. So the ease with which we produce, especially the products that are need to be processed at higher temperature and in rough working conditions, sir.
And what benefits you can derive from quantum computing in the production engineering, industrial and production engineering?
Quantum computing is still in the research phase, sir. Quantum computing enhances the speed at which we make certain decisions, because here data are not stored in either 0 or 1. It is somewhere any value that it can have from 0 to 1, sir. So in that regard, in production engineering, when it gets when it gets fully operationalized, then it will be easier to calculate and make decisions on much faster basis that may take theoretically millions of years.
That's right. And I'm seeing that you are also employed in the Indian Skill Development Services probationer in the
Yes.
Ministry of Skill Development. And so how the skill development is being given a priority in the 2020 National Education Policy?
Sir, till before NEP 2020, sir, vocational training was considered as a separate domain. Like ITIs were treated as a separate from the education, like BTech and the mainstream education. In NEP 2020, the government has incorporated vocational training from very early stages, like from class 6 onwards, so that student can learn while they at the same time learn their basic curriculum. Apart from that, they can also learn some vocational trainings and vocational real life skill which they can supplement their family, or their skills can be enhanced so that they are more employable in the market, sir.
What are the types of skills that are supposed to be developed in India at present?
Sir, in India, sir, we lack in the manufacturing sector. So our percentage of the manufacturing in overall GDP has been stagnant since 1991. So in the manufacturing aspects, where we have need for infrastructure, so skills like welding, welding and construction sectors. Apart from that, sir, we are growing we are emerging economy where our middle class is rising. So hospitality industry, tourism industry, these are the skills. These are the sectors where skills need to be developed so that we can have domestic demands and we can supplement the manufacturing systems.
So since you are from Bihar,
Yes, sir.
Bihar has transformed itself from one of the Bimaru states, that is the most sickest states, to one of the largest economy contributor in the country. So what factors are contributed to this particular transformation?
So, Bihar, especially since after 1970, Bihar lagged other states, mainly lagged in the other states in the development of uh, industry and the GDP growth, mainly due to the politicization of various issues and worsening of law and order situation in Bihar. So, since after liberalization and late in early 2000s, the law and order situation has improved. There has been more focus on education, sanitations and girls education. Those things has helped Bihar to emerge as one of the fastest growing states in India, sir.
And so one of your hobbies is cooking.
Yes, sir.
Suppose you don't have any ingredients to cook except rice or wheat. You don't even have water also.
You don't have, sir?
Water also you don't have.
Okay, sir.
Only you are having wheat or
Yes, sir.
rice.
Yes, sir.
And you are an SP in a district, somewhere in Champaran, a remote district.
Okay, sir.
Suppose if you are alone, how do you manage with this food?
Sir, if I only have rice and wheat, then I
Yeah,
can.
rice or wheat, anyone.
Yes, the cereal, if I only have cereal, then I can make powder of them, and there is a dish called churran. So we can make a flour of these two things and roast on a open pot, and then eat it if I have salt or sugar. So then, but it will only contain carbohydrates, so it won't be able to sustain me for a long time. So I must have to supplement with the proteins and other essential vitamins and minerals.
Yeah, that's a good answer. And one more aspect, like when do you think that Russia-Ukraine war will come to an end?
So Sir, in Russia-Ukraine war, the war has many stakeholders, sir. It's not only the territorial war of Russia and Ukraine. There are many players like the defense industry of US are involved, and there are also parallel conflict going in Israel and Israel and Palestine, sir. So the war in specifically in the Ukraine and Russia, sir, it will it there the Ukraine want it to be stopped on his terms, and Russia want it to stop on its term at the current territory that Russia occupies. So I think, sir, when the Donald Trump will take the office, sir, then he has been advocating for some solutions, sir. So in coming year, we have to see if those solutions are getting implemented, sir.
Do you have any idea about the 106th Amendment Act?
Which 106?
Yeah, 106 Amendment Act.
Sir, I'm unable to recall, sir. Can you give me a hint, sir?
And did you heard about this Nari Shakti Adhiniyam, Vandan Adhiniyam?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, what is that?
Sir, it was the amendment. It was the most latest amendment that provides reservation for the women in reservation of seats in Lok Sabha and Vidhan Sabha for women. For women, the reservation is marked at 1/3, sir. But however, sir, this exercise was to be done after the first census, and based on that, the seat will be reserved for women. That is going to be taken only after the census has been completed.
And did you heard about 129th Constitution Amendment Bill?
Yes, sir. The recent One Nation, One Election bill, sir.
So is there any relation between this 106th Amendment Act and 129th Amendment Bill?
Sir, there is no one-to-one relation that if one has to happen, the other one must be there. Both are separate amendment, but the ease with if the One Nation, One Election bill get passed in the parliament with the sufficient majority, then the earlier amendment can be implemented in a much better and easier manner, sir.
And in your opinion, suppose I'm giving you a situation like all the neighborhood of India, all the neighboring countries of India,
Yes, sir.
they are enemy states, or recently they have emerged as the enemies,
and there is a rogue state also.
Yes.
So if you are appointed as an IFS officer, which country do you choose to go among these enemy countries or recently emerged enemy country like Bangladesh or the rogue states? Which would you prefer to become a diplomat in among these countries?
Sir, first of all, I won't say these states as enemy states because the policies of every state is driven by their own political interest and their own political narrative that they have set in their own country. As a India, we have to navigate through those difficulties that the political scenario is unfolding in those situations. That is the one aspect about the treating them. Also, sir, we have kept our diplomacy open with this country. So the more focus of India has been always on the talking with the government on the people have in the power that are making the decisions. So, sir, any country will be open for me I will be happy to go to the any of the states, sir.
So you have a choice to go
Okay.
among a recent enemy like Bangladesh, a rogue state like Myanmar, or the traditional enemy states like China and Pakistan, or the more recent enemy like Maldives. These are the options you have. You have to choose one. Which one will you choose?
Sir, since we have the longest border with the Bangladesh, so I would like to go to the Bangladesh so that we can have we have one channel open for diplomacy and dialogue, sir.
That's fine. And suppose there is a problem of Khalistan movement, not in India, but in Canada, England, and America. And whether this Khalistani movement, suppose you are appointed as a negotiator for this with these Khalistani leaders. How do you initiate the negotiations?
Sir, as per our official policy, we have dehyphenated between the terror and talks, sir. So talking directly to the Khalistani won't be a good idea as per the doctrine that we have evolved. Sir, what we can do is we can engage with the country where these issues are emerging, like UK, Canada, US, and Australia, sir. And we have somehow managed our interest over there, like our commissions, our high commissions and embassies, consulates over there, so that the people from India and people of Indian origin do not find any difficulties in residing over there or communicating with the people over there, sir.
And so you're also having a hobby of watching movies and documentaries on science and science fiction.
Yes, sir.
So is there a compatibility between science and fiction? Can they go together?
Sir, science fiction, there are several theories in science that are given, but which are not proven. So the fictional representation of those aspects in movie gives a glimpse what that can look into. So those things are get proven. Like if you look at the black hole, before got the image of black holes, the image of black holes were shown in the various movies, sir. So these things gives a glimpse in the future that many possible glimpses that can happen, and the science get catch up to those ideas how they are going to play in the future, sir.
Suppose if you are a director if you have made a director of a movie.
Yes, sir.
What would be your choice of story and what is the plot of it?
Choice of story. Sir, exploring the alien life, exploring for the alien, not aliens, sir, as a habitable planet, what it might look like, and especially we look only for the water-based civilizations or water-based planet on which life can exist, sir. The other possibility may be life may be like our life on Earth has evolved from the carbon atom and the waters. So there can be like other 4 valence electron like silicon based life. So those things are very abundant in the nature. So we can make a movie on those aspects, like how that might look like, sir.
And recently there is a debate in the parliament about the US deep state network.
Yes, sir.
So what is your take on this US deep state network interest in India? Why it is showing interest in India?
Yes, sir. US is by many commentator is perceived as a hegemon, sir. They wanted to they want to push their interest around the world. So the earlier when they had a fight with USSR, they prop up China. Now the China has been a direct threat to the US. So they are going for the China one strategy, where they think India as a supplement for China based production that they have entangled in their economy. So at the same time, they want to be very suspicious and very prudent that they don't create another China, so that it can also challenge their hegemony in the global geopolitics. So in that regard, deep state of US are present everywhere, so that they try to control the narrative that they want to propagate.
So should India also operate such a deep state network?
Uh, Sir, to further our national interest, we should people who can articulate our interest and we give better knowledge about our knowledge about the situation that we are going, and present our side of the story in those countries. So in that regard, sir, we can have some kind of deep state, not deep state, not per se deep state, like intelligence gathering and people presenting our voices, sir. So since we are now becoming 4 trillion economy, so we are having resources constant, like US can spend a lot of money, but we are lagging in the money, so we can do on a smaller scale, sir.
Can you tell me a situation whereby you are confronted, suppose you are appointed as a SP in a Naxal affected area in Chhattisgarh, Bastar district, and you are conducting some combing operations along with a team of 10 people, and all of a sudden these 10 people are disappeared in the forest area, and you are already all of a sudden you confronted with a Naxalite and an IAS leader. They're together. You have only one gun with you. You don't have any support of people, and the gun is also having only loaded with only one bullet. You have to kill one of these two people. A Naxal leader, the most wanted Naxal leader, and the eminent and the most infamous IAS leader. So you have only one bullet with you and only one gun, no other resources. You have to kill one, otherwise they kill you. Who do you kill?
Killing is a judicial process where we are taking the role of the judiciary, we are conducting the judgment. But based on those two people, sir, Naxalism, I think, is an internal security matter where only the external affairs are very less connected. But ISIS the threat is much bigger, and it not only hinges in the red districts, but it occupies entire India, sir. So the neutralizing ISIS member will be a wiser choice.
So you wanted to take down ISIS member.
Yes, that will be a wiser choice.
That's fine. And finally, let me know whether what are the 3 major challenges that Bihar is facing at present?
Yes, our biggest challenge will be the lack of industrial growth in Bihar, sir. So the land acquisition and the law and order situation is still not up to the mark. Second will be, sir, out of migration is very high in Bihar. So the pool of talented people are leaving Bihar. And so third will be lack of social trust between various community that are residing in Bihar, especially on the caste lines, are very fragmented. That also leading to the casteization and politics and politicization of caste in Bihar, sir.
So, what is your father? You did not mention, I think. Lalan Prasad Gupta, sir.
Sir, he is retired. We had the traditional business of oil pressing. So the once he got paralysis, so we stopped that to stop, sir.
So fine, Mr. Ashish Kumar. Whatever you have answered is good, and your answers are up to the mark and according to the expectations of the UPSC. And what all you have, mostly your interview will be on Indian Skill Development Services Professional. They will ask you most of the questions on that only. Because of the existing present post that you are holding. And
Yes,
you're
sir.
supposed to improve upon your current affairs skills.
Okay.
So for everything, they will ask you why. Why you have cooking as a hobby? Why you watch movies and documentaries on science and science fiction? So this why element will be the most prominent question among the UPSC members. Similarly, second most prominent among the UPSC is they link the emerging technologies with your detailed application form. Various emerging technologies. Like as I asked you about how robotics is used in the industrial and production engineering. How cloud computing is applicable in this regard. So how the artificial intelligence is applicable in this regard. So these new technologies, they don't know anything. Even I don't know anything about the artificial intelligence or robotics. But what they know is these technologies can be applied in our day-to-day life, including the administration. So they will test your ability to understand this linkage between contemporary technology with your detailed application form, various dimensions of your detailed application form. So suppose I ask you a question like, what are the types of skills that are supposed to be developed in India?
Yes.
And you have listed different forms of skills rather than types of skills. So like broadly, they say that there are soft skills and hard skills. And within the hard skills, again, there will be another classification. So you have to be a little bit careful about the type of question that is being asked. Right. And then regarding this, cooking, the answer you have given is a very good answer regarding the cooking question. But you should know why you have cooking as a hobby. Why you watch the movies, documentaries on science fiction and science. And even the question about giving a plot about a movie that you wanted to direct, that is also the answer is good. So such kind of situational questions. And even when I ask you about a situational related question like Naxalite and terrorist, and your answer is very good. Because in your answer is supposed to be characterized by two things. It should be legal, and second, it should be ethical. And they expect the natural answers rather than manufactured answers. So the answers that you learn from a coaching institute, the answers that you learn from a mock interview, they can easily identify whether you are giving a natural answer or a manufactured answer. So if you give anything that express anything which is that you have learned by force from an institute or from a coaching or from a mock interview, they can easily identify because the overall age of the 5 members is more than 300 years because each member will be minimum 60 years of age. So easily they can detect whether you are giving a natural answer or a manufactured answer. And today, most of the questions you have answered naturally. And they will frame the questions in such a way that you will give only natural answers. For which you are also supposed to have some basic information, fundamental information on all the current affairs and on all the topics related to your own detailed application form. Suppose when I asked you about 106th Amendment, the answer is good. It is good because you said that you are not having idea. And when a factual question, information related to a factual question is asked, don't ask for the permission to guess. Because if you ask for a permission to guess, suppose if you have given a wrong answer for that, that will not have any impact on your marks. Hardly they don't bother about the marks.
So
But
what
it
if
will impact on the remaining interview. Suppose in the 6th minute, they ask you by which amendment women reservation is provided. Suppose if you don't know how you have answered today, it should be given, saying that sorry sir, I am not aware of it. If you ask for a guess, and if they permitted to guess the answer, suppose if you said 105th Amendment, then they will rectify you. It is not 105, it is 106. And this rectification will not have any impact on your marks, but will have impact on the remaining 24 minutes of interview. Mentally and psychologically, you will be affected by it. So therefore, as far as possible, don't request for the guessing the answers which are oriented in the form of a factual element. And another aspect is every question that you are going to answer should be justified as I told you. Justification from the legal point of view, as you said, suppose if you want to take down the ISIS terrorist, because it is legal not to kill a Naxalite, because there is a legal process to surrender the Naxalite. Naxalites have an opportunity to surrender themselves, to surrender their weapons. There is a surrender policy in almost every state. So that's the legal aspect. That is also having a moral aspect, ethical aspect, because it is also Naxalites will also have support from the local people. So societal acceptance is also there for the Naxalism. But it should also have a legal dimension. So therefore, killing a terrorist is nothing wrong when compared to the Naxalite, because Naxalite can be asked to, suppose only you know that there is one bullet in the gun, not the other persons. So after killing this person, you can threaten the Naxalite to surrender himself. So there is a possibility for that as well, and you can also negotiate with him. So that's the approach towards the answering the questions. So always remember that you should give the natural answer, and the answer should be justified with a legal and ethical perspective. And they may also, some people will also suggest you that when you are answering, you keep on smiling, but that smile has to be natural. Suppose if there is a question about Manmohan Singh and the death of the Manmohan Singh, can you smile on that? So not possible. So it is not necessary that you have to keep smiling throughout the interview. It should be innate character of the candidate. So there, the UPSC board will test the natural character of the candidate. So you may attend a number of mock interviews only to understand that no two boards will have the similar approach. Same is the case with the UPSC as well. So therefore, what you do is learn about the questions, but not the answers. Don't ask for the answers from anybody. I will give you a series of questions. I will ask you a list of questions I will give you. What you do is you develop answers by your own. Don't ask for the answers from anybody. So that will bring the naturality. So therefore, remember the GTG approach in understanding, in building your questions to your detailed application form. So this GTG means globalization. Think everything from the globalized perspective. Suppose how important is skill development around the world is a globalization orientation, because every country in the world today is focusing on the skill development. So they may link this dimension of skill development with reference to the globalization. Second is technology. the emerging technology, the GTG, the technology, emerging technology, including this cloud computing, artificial intelligence, robotics. And the third is governance approach. In the GTG, the third G is the governance approach. Governance means think everything related to your background from the point of view of law and government policy is the governance orientation. So how the central government is having several policies and how state government is having several policies. So Bihar's concept of skill development, Bihar government's concept of skill development, India's policy of skill development, or regarding India's policy related to cooking. Cooking means what is the policy of government of India with cooking? Suppose there are various programs of the government. You need to know about these programs of the government with reference to LPG gas or alternative resources for cooking. Right? And how technology can be used in cooking. What is the impact of LPG on cooking? Impact of government policy on the cooking. So from these dimensions, you need to, if you think from the point of view of globalization, technology and the governance, you can give a justifiable answer. Remember that there is no right answer, there is no wrong answer. There is no leftist orientation, there is no rightist orientation. You can adopt anything. But whatever the orientation that you adopt, whatever the stand you take, that should be justified. So I told you the justification meaning. Right? So from that point of view, the answers have to be given. Yeah. So any question?
Sir, that regarding 106 amendment. Sir, there are various amendment. If someone on some question I have confusion, like was it this or that. If I give me a hint, then I will be able to give the answer. So can I ask for some hint or not, sir?
So you can ask for the guess. Suppose if you are confused between the two, 106 or 107.
Yes.
In the confusion, if you given a wrong answer, nothing will happen. But only problem will be, suppose if you are rectified, it is not 107, it is 106. If they have rectified you, then that will have impact on your mind. So remaining interview will be affected by that. So thinking that I have given a wrong answer, taking the guess with the permission. So that may affect your answerability for the remaining questions. So therefore, where there is a confusion regarding the, such kind of factual elements, don't ask for the guess. It is better not to ask for the guess.